Good morning, my tribe. How is everyone doing? Can you believe it? We're in September already. Where did the summer go? Where did the year go? We only have a couple more months left until this year is over. I know. A lot of you are probably saying, good, I'm glad, I'm ready for it to be over. It's been rough, hasn't it? It's been a crazy whirlwind of a year. I mean, everything was coming at us in every direction. We've been challenged on every level. But even though we may still be going through a lot of those challenges, at the end of what it is that is trying to be accomplished, and that is us shedding an old version of ourselves, that old version that this doesn't work anymore. When we come to that place of understanding and ready to release that old version, you're going to look back and say, wow, I don't regret any of it. I've gone through the ringer. But at the end of the day, when it is all said and done and we have come to that place of balance within ourselves, we really are going to look back and say, it was worth it. I've learned so much about myself just in these last couple of years. I mean, I've been doing work for years on myself, and I've been doing healing work for many, many years as well. But I have to say, it has not been as profound as in these last 4 years. These last 4 years have really, really broke me down, opened me up, cracked me wide open, and really, really helped me to learn so much about myself. So much about myself. And understanding where everything has come from and how we really have the power to change what we want in our lives if we don't fear it and we trust our divine team in the universe to be there to guide us, to be able to surrender all of those limiting beliefs and programming and creations, illusions that we've created for ourselves, right? Well, we can get to that place of letting it go. And I'm not saying that it's completely gone, because there is still some things that, need to be taken care of and healed within myself. And I'm sure with all of you, healing is lifelong. It's a lifetime of healing. We will be healing to the day we die. But in these last 4 years, and I'm sure with many of you as well, it's been an eye-opening experience nonetheless. But I feel so much more in alignment with myself, understanding who I am, where I came from, where all the limiting beliefs and programming came from, how I've carried things from past lives into this life and chose so many of the lessons that I have learned and all of the experiences that I have gone through. I tell you, past lives are so interesting. They're so interesting. We bring a lot of that stuff into our lifetime, our present lifetime, a lot of it. Because I think we're just given that opportunity to clear it, to end whatever didn't get healed back in that time. So we repeat these cycles, or we've signed contracts with people probably in our lives that were meant to teach us lessons, right? Teach us lessons so that we can really see things for what they truly are, right? But I have to say, it's been an eye-opening, challenging, exhausting journey. It's exhausting. But when you come into union with yourself and you look back at all of this work and all of these challenges that have been presented to you and everything that you have overcome, you're going to feel so different, so empowered, and so grateful that you learned those lessons. Because now we can take all of that and we can start to create what it is we truly want. We want to end that program, those programs and limiting beliefs that are not even ours, that have been carried down from generation to generation. We can now rewrite the script. We can now create what it is that we want to create if we don't stand in our way, right? We need to release our fears, because the fears really are what we create in our minds. And a lot of times it comes from experience. A lot of times it comes from programming. A lot of times it comes even from past lives, right? But when we can understand that we can release the fears, as difficult as that is for most of us, and get to a place of trusting and understanding and seeing things for what they truly are, we come to a whole new level of spirituality. We come into a whole brand new place of understanding. We come into a place where now we know what it is that we needed to learn, why we had to go through what we went through. And now we can apply all of those lessons into creating what we truly, truly want. And we only know that by what it is that we learned and those experiences that we've gone through. So I just want to pull a quick message. And I have to tell you, I've been connecting a lot to all different parts of myself, of who I truly am, and learning so much about myself and my spirituality and my gifts and the healing abilities and all these amazing things that have always been part of me, but have always been blocked and never really used to their true potential of what it is that I am supposed to be using them for. And I'm learning so much. And when I look at all of the different ideals and beliefs and healing abilities, what I'm finding in this transformation is that all modalities of healing really all lead to one thing. And they all represent different parts, different things, different history. The shamans and the light workers and the galactic realms and and Reiki, healing, energy. All of it is all connected in one way or another. There's just different stories and different ways of understanding how amazingly powerful we are in this amazing healing journey, in whatever way we choose to heal ourselves, right? In whatever modality we choose to use for our healing purposes. All of them come down to one thing: energy, knowing there is a bigger picture, knowing that there is a powerful source of energy that we have used from century to civilizations, to past lives, to all of these beliefs, religions, spirituality, all comes from one place: source energy. And when we can learn how to work with the energies and learn and gain the wisdom of our ancestors and of all of the amazing civilizations, what they had to teach and take that all back, we can make such a change in the world. We really could. So before I go on and on, let me pull a message. Let's see. Where is this all coming from? I have to say my energy feels really, really good today. I've been having a lot of physical issues, back pains and so forth. So I'm really going through a shedding of the physical, truly, trying to get to this place of eating healthy and exercising and knowing how important it is to treat our bodies good, right? It's been a challenge, but I'm at a place where I really am ready to take those steps and start all over again, brand new in this new version of who I'm becoming, right? It's time to heal ourselves, heal our bodies. It's time, right? Let's see what came through. Oh, so many cards fell out. Let me see which. Let me try it again because it's too many cards. I just want one message. One message, my love. One message, Spirit, please. One message of guidance for the collective. What would we like to share with the collective today? What do they need to know? What guidance do they need at this time? But yes, it's been a journey, hasn't it? Ups and downs, so many people going through. Heck, here we go. Look at that. So, as I was saying, it's definitely been a journey of self-discovery, right? If you think about it, it's a journey of self-discovery, of learning who we truly are and where we truly came from and why we are here doing what we are doing and why we make the choices that we make and why we are trying to learn lessons from experiences that we chose to want to learn here in this lifetime, and trying to heal and break contracts that we signed of also things that we need to clear, karma that we need to clear. We're going through a lot of it. I think we're at a place right now where we're really trying to clear ancestral stuff and past life stuff, things that we didn't heal at the time we were in that life. So we're feeling a lot of past life stuff, contracts that need to be filled, So yeah, I feel like we're going through a lot, my loves, but it'll all be worth it at the end, I promise. So the card that popped out was Earth Angel. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. Yes, you are. And it starts with taking care of yourself and taking care of this earth that provides us with food and shelter, right? We have to thank Mother Earth for allowing us to have all of this food and shelter, right? Without it, we wouldn't be surviving now, would we? We need to learn to nurture it, take care of it, appreciate it. And being out in nature is an amazing, amazing experience. It's such a great way of grounding your energy when, you have a day filled with so much stuff and doing so much. And as earlier, the message that came out is, we need to learn how to protect our energy, to take back our energy because it gets scattered. And when our energy gets scattered, it's because we're not in balance with ourselves, right? We have to learn to balance our world inside and out so that we don't feel depleted at the end of the day or frustrated, you know? And I find when you give more to yourself, even if that means just resting, relaxing, going for a walk, giving to yourself, you appreciate all of the other stuff so much better. And you can get through it a lot easier, right? So I wanted to work with totem animal cards today, spirit animals, and see which spirit animal would like to come through with a message for you. What does our beautiful collective need to know? Which spirit animal would like to come through and share their wisdom, guidance with the collective? We thank you. Which spirit animal would like to come through with a healing message and guidance for the collective? Please, thank you. What would we like to share? Which one? Which one would like to share with us today? Let's see. Which one? Oh, interesting. So the spirit animal that wanted to come through for us today is the beautiful, beautiful cardinal. I love the cardinals. They're such a spiritual energy. And I really do feel like the cardinal represents the spiritual world, the unseen, the unknown, and loved ones, deceased loved ones who have passed over. Mainly males. A male loved one that has passed over. That's what I usually connect a cardinal with. And a blue jay I usually connect with the female that has passed over, loved one that's passed over. But the cardinal wanted to share the message with you and be present. The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. Wow, here we go again with balance. Right? Earlier today, I pulled another card about learning how to balance our energies. Isn't this interesting how the cardinal wants to share that same message with us? Okay, so the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Wow. Look at that. So today is a really big day from all the messages that I'm pulling with learning how to balance our energies out, because so many of us are exhausted, right? Tired, trying to do way too much. It's time for us to bring our world back into balance, to take the time to nurture ourselves, to ground ourselves as earth angels came through, to heal ourselves, and green representing healing, right? And the cardinal wants to share that message with us. It's time for us to find balance in our inner and outer world, spiritual and physical worlds. So I'm going to read it more in detail. That is so amazing. I guess that's really an important message that the collective is struggling with right now. We're really struggling with balance, right? Exhaustion, feeling like we have to do so much. I think that where that comes from, and what I'm finding is because the energies have been amplified and are moving so quickly through us and around us, it's almost a need to feel like we need to get things done quicker and faster, right? So we keep putting more things on our plate and keep moving. But really, it's not that we need to do more, right? It's not. And I feel like the amplification of the energies and the rushing through of the energies is because we're clearing a lot of stuff within ourselves, clearing in the collective. We're clearing a lot and trying to heal a lot. And it's moving us through very quickly so that we can step into this new version, into this new cycle. But it doesn't mean that we have to rush to get everything done. We need to just recognize it for what it is. Start to set some, I don't want to say boundaries, but kind of start listing the things that are more priority and do one thing at a time. And as we complete each task, see which one is more important. See what can wait. And we take the time in between. We're going to give ourselves the rest that we need. I know it feels so rushed right now because everything is rushed. The energy is just rushing through us and around us. But it doesn't mean that we have to take on so much stuff. It's really more about us sitting with ourselves, allowing those energies to flow through and around us, starting to recognize the things that are coming up that we need to heal, letting go, and just being, right? Getting ready, creating this new version at our own pace, right? Because then you will have burnout. You have to listen to your body. And the only way you're going to listen to your body is if you're still. Then you're going to feel it telling you, it's time to lay down and rest. Go lay down. Go for a walk. Be out in nature. Do relaxing things. It's okay. Never feel guilty for doing things for yourself because it's very necessary for us to take care of ourselves, right? So let me read what the carnival message is for the collective in a more in-depth description. When on the spiritual path, it's easy to idolize what being spiritual means. It can become a rigid mental imprint on which you judge anything that varies from your conceptualization of what being spiritual is supposed to be about. This includes not only another person's practices and beliefs, but your own. Falling short of this idolism leads to either assuming a righteous and arrogant position with others, or when self-imposed elicits guilt and shame. This spiritual perfectionism can make you reticent about enjoying the pleasures of the material world, as well as those of your physical body. The earth herself provides a dazzling and sensual panorama of experiences to be directly encountered through the physical senses, yet for many truly enjoying the pleasures of the senses of sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell can be fraught with worry, anxiety, guilt, and shame, products of early childhood religious and or cultural conditioning. Others become so entangled in the world of the senses that it becomes their God, and their spiritual core is lost to materiality. To be polarized in one direction or another takes you either to lofty heights and iridescent abstractions that are completely ungrounded, or else causes you to become caught up in the glue of the mundane world without the guide and light of spirit to provide. A locus of authority. With the blessings of your awareness, you can redirect your thoughts and actions towards that which brings greater balance and fluidity between the two polarities. Wow. Do you see? So it's so important for you to really take that time, just like with that message that came up this morning, fragment, our spirit being fragmented. It is being fragmented. That's where we're finding that we're so exhausted and tired. We really need to take the time to just sit down and breathe and allow and just be. We don't have to accomplish every single thing at one time. We can take our time and pace it. And as I mentioned, and when you rush through life, you really don't get to enjoy what is right in front of you, or become grateful for what is right in front of you, because you're too busy doing, running, being. this person for that person and taking care of this one and doing this and let me keep myself as busy as possible, right? Why do you need to keep yourself so busy? Why can't you take the time to relax and rest? Why not? And this is where I also find that a lot of people will keep themselves busy as hell because they don't want to be with themselves. They don't want to take the time to sit with themselves and be, because that means we may have to look at ourselves, right? We may see some truths about ourselves that we don't like or don't want to know. And that is why we keep ourselves so busy. And sometimes people keep themselves so busy because of programming, conditioning. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to be like this, you have to be like, why? And who says that? Who said we have to be anything but what we want to be, right? It's not up to anybody else to tell us what we should be doing and not be doing, right? You need to be doing what you need to be doing for yourself, for your growth, for your evolution, and being one with yourself and taking the time to be with yourself, to seeing where everything has come from and why we do the things that we do, where we are in our lives, why we are not happy, what do we need to change. When we can take that time to be with ourselves, those answers will come. But sometimes people don't want to hear it because once they do, they may not like the truth, or they may not like the fact that they may have to change their lives and make different choices. And we're so used to being in an old way of being that it's difficult to trust and surrender, all of that was, into allowing what is and what will be. Right, my loves? Pretty deep, right? So I guess all the messages today that were pulled all have to do with finding balance in your inner and outer world, taking the time to rest and rejuvenate, reflecting on your past and what no longer works for you so that you can make the changes moving forward in your life. But you don't have to do it all in one breath. Take the time to rest, rejuvenate, breathe, be, enjoy. All right, my loves, have an amazing day of rest and rejuvenation as soon as you can get it. Take advantage of it. Love you all.